Well, hi there, everybody. Glad you can be with me. Let's turn that off. Hope you can hear me now. Good evening. Happy Monday evening. Hope everybody's doing good. Had a fantastic weekend. My goodness. Hospitality of Slim and Charlene. Wonderful people. Wonderful people. Good evening, U-Haul. How you doing? And everybody, when you see Charlene and U-Haul, give them a big thank you and a virtual hug. Those people are fantastic patriots. They put up with us. I was there half the week. I was there from Friday till Sunday morning. Gracious host. Had a good time. Hope to see you all this weekend for the meet and greet. Everybody get together, learn the new Patriots, see the new Patriots, meet the new Patriots, pump everybody up, and yell, United, United. I guess it's Monday, first day of the week. And you see the poster, they put me on music. Somebody got some idea that Carrie might sing a little. Well, I can do this. Ho hum, the work is done, the work don't pay no pay. We can sing the silly song for anyone today. Holy baby, holy baby, hoo. Oh, what a Peter, what a Peter, what a Peter, what a Peter Valley, holy valley, yeah. Yeah, I washed my hands today, and now I can't do nothing with them. Yeah. Oh, I like your hair, your hands. Well, enough of that silliness. Everybody, how about a big united? United. We can all say it together. And perhaps if anybody's out there wants to join in, come in and join in. Glad to have you with me. Glad to talk about things tonight. And let me tell you, we got a lot of things on the horizon, a lot of things going on. Like I say, thanks Slim, Slim 57, and Charlene when you see them on. Give them a big howdy and a thank you. My goodness. Can't say enough. I can't say enough. The leadership having a good time. They're getting a lot of things accomplished. Getting big things going for Florida. My goodness. We're coming around the corner. And here we come. Look out, people. Hang on to your hats. Because we're here. We're here to stay. I don't, bring it. I mean, yeah, we're here. United we stand for freedom. Keep our Constitution intact. Tell these government officials we're not going to take their crap anymore. They're not our leaders. They lead for us. We are the leaders. You're our puppets. It's supposed to be that way always. But right now we're the puppets. And it's not right. Things are going on that shouldn't be going on. We're taxed two or three times on things. We don't get the representation on it. We have to get together. We have to do our thing. I love this great country. I love what it's done for me, but it's done a lot to me. A lot of hurt, a lot of feelings going in there, and several others. Everybody you talk to, it's the same way. Not the same, not the same condition or thing. There's a lot of millions of them that we have to clean it all up. That's a job. And the only way we can do it is to stand together and tell everybody, wake everybody up. This isn't a liberal. This isn't a Democrat. This isn't any party. This is the United. Get that word. States of America. Doesn't say government. United States of America. Think about it. United States of America. This republic to which we stand, which we pledge to every day. Hi there, Cindy. How you doing tonight? These United States of America that we pledge to every time we say the Pledge of Allegiance. Think about what that pledge says. Think about what that pledge cost. The lives that the pledge has cost. That's what we're up against, folks. And they're tearing it down as quick as they can tear it down. They don't want us united. They want us like the rest of the world. They want us to be beholden to them. Nobody but the government. Beholden to the government. They want to become a dictator and us the puppet slaves, doing their biddings, doing what they want. And we think we'll be free, victorious. But you know, when you become a common number, let me talk straight here, you become nothing. You become nothing. Everybody will be equal in nothing. You'll be a nobody, a number. That's it. You won't have a say in anything. You have to do what they say. Watch these videos coming out of China. Watch how the people have to live, how they have to check in every day on their smartphone. After they had to pinpoint where they are. Everybody. They know where each and every citizen is at every certain time. They've got their mark on them already. And we're close. We're close. All I got to do is say start it. And guess what? We'll be the same. But we do have a few roadblocks in place. We need to use those roadblocks. We need to use those roadblocks now. What say you? A few people in the chat. Put it up there. Let's talk about it. My goodness, folks. And it's going to take a lot of backing. It's going to take a lot of donations. You can call it grift or whatever you want. But getting all this stuff together is expensive. Yes, I know it's political. But we need to do this. We need to stand together. We need to get her done. Get her done big time. Yes, that's the way they do, Cindy. They have to check in every day, and they have to go out and they have to do their exercise. Just watch the video. Go online and watch the videos from Communist China on how they start their day out and how they have to start their day out. It is pathetic. Here a while back, they locked everybody and welded them into their apartments. Just like they were animals. There was a big uproar about that. Now, whether they're continuing doing it, I don't know. I haven't seen anything lately on it. But within the last few minutes, that had happened. And even one of them, I believe, caught on fire. And many were trapped inside. It's bad. It's bad out there. Worldwide. It's bad. It's not just a United States thing. But we are the leaders. We're supposed to be a beacon on the hill, shining the light around the world, bringing our beliefs, what have you, to the world. But right now we have no beliefs, we have no values, we have nothing. We've left God in the rearview mirror. He has to be front and foremost. Many of you might not believe in God, but you have to believe in something. Whether it's yourself, another supreme being, what have you. You have to know that the way that we're going now is not right. It's not right. Got to be a better way. And we were on the better way. We took a left-hand turn. And I on the video, I can't get left and right. Spit that out. I can't get that left and right because it's backwards on everything. I guess on this, let me see. Well, my number two is to the right of me. I am pointing right. My left. My left is left. Yep, I think it's right. But it takes a while when you're looking in this camera to figure. You have to learn your left and right all over to a camera because it mirrors your image. Girl Better, glad to have you here. She says, don't have all the facts, but I have a little doubt they are tracking or can track anyone here at will unless phone is in a Faraday cage and their car is old. You're right. Faraday blocks those signals out. There's a lot of things that happen on the phone that a lot of us are not aware of. And our cars, if they're new with computers or chips, anything computerized, you're screwed. They can start that thing up, stop that thing, and do whatever they want with it. If they have the code, they can do it. Whatever the computer will allow. Some of them have older type computers, but they all have to run on a computer. If something is done on the EMP or something that will stop a car, it'll stop it. It will not move. It will not move whatsoever. Been lurking a bit. We all do the lurking. I do that all day long. I'm in and out of a lot of chats. Sometimes I'll put the lurking eyes. Sometimes I'll put the wave. But a lot of times I'll just be there. Just taking in everything, listening, watching. As with this, I have to learn. I have to learn like everybody else. I watch my videos back. I watch how I stutter. I watch how I stammer. I watch how I mumble. And hopefully I can grow better. And hopefully I can get a word out. Has anybody seen the new flyer? Anybody seen the new flyer for the meet and greet here in Florida this weekend? Well, they got me down for music. Somebody thought I could sing a little bit. I said this earlier, but there wasn't too many people in here. But hopefully I can get a good shot. Everybody can boo and throw tomatoes and rotten cabbage, whatever they want at me. That's fine. But I have sang a little. I have some music background. But getting older with COPD, it's kind of tough. Kind of tough. I might hit a sour note here and there. But you can look on some of my old videos. I might have a few numbers in there, here and there, with this old crackly voice. But I tell you what, if you're in Florida, come out Saturday. Like I said, I can't say enough. Slim 57, and Charlene, you've probably seen them in the chats. They're the most gracious hosts I've seen in a long time. Come out, give them a thanks, a hug, appreciation. They are doing a fantastic job for the cause. Fantastic patriots. Fantastic patriots. I love this. This is me. This is me. I'm not a talker. I'm not a typer. I'm a lurker. If I watch and it makes me a lurker, then that's me. I love to lurk. I love to do these, even though it scares me to death. Every time I get on, I gotta calm down, because I am not normally a talking person. I'm more quiet, more thought. That's why I call this musings, because musings says my thoughts. Musings are my thoughts, what I think, how I think. And I don't know. I don't know whether I know a lot or know too little, but I keep trying. I saw something flash by there. Some. Oh, no, I did not sing at the cricket challenge. I might have sang when they were doing it. I don't know. I don't remember. I don't know. I was having a good time. I think me and DC Joe started singing something, and then I showed him one where I was singing "Light My Fire," which is on my page in the shorts. My granddaughter caught the very end of the song. She was so when I started singing, she said she was so engrossed in it she forgot. And my pawpaw can sing. And the guy playing the guitar, in case everybody wants to know, is Sonny Ferguson, good friend of mine. He was with the Box Tops. Give me a ticket for an aeroplane. Ain't got time to take a fast train. Only days are going, I'm a going home. And my baby, she wrote me a letter. Yeah. But she wrote me a letter, said I couldn't live. And I cracked it up. But anyway, he sang with the Box Tops. Another good friend of mine wrote the song, Want to Be a Cowboy. And I know you've all heard that with the Longhorn commercial. Brian Chatton, good friend of mine, we chit chat back and forth all the time. He's wrote a book, Rock and Roll Royalty. He has sang with so many people, it's just unreal. Phil Collins, B.B. King, you name it. He's been with him. Meatloaf. And you might know him by his trademark, which is a Get Fiddle. No, Get Organ. Sorry, Get Organ. Organ, Get Fiddle. Organ. And he does a fantastic job on it. And he plays with the pocket chicken, pulls it out, wrings his neck. Crazy Brett. Crazy fella. He's out in California now, so I don't see much of him. But I have been with some greats. But being a bass voice, a deep voice, not much in the rock and roll world is bass. So I went with opera and did a lot of opera. But the COPD got me down, and streaming and singing. Yeah, there you go, Grow Better. I do come out with a tune every now and then. My grandkids tell me, Papa, why do you sing everything? I don't do it much on my lives, but I do with them. Go get me some coffee. Never. No, I don't make them get me coffee. But things like that. Maybe I should try that. But there is already a singing patriot. I heard there was one guy that sang everything he said, but I haven't seen him on lately. As you can see, the more I talk, the more I get congested. But I try. Thank you, Cindy. I appreciate it. I hope everybody likes the content I bring you. I try to bring you what I see when I see it. Maybe say someday something important will happen. And I'll catch it. Everybody see Freedom Jeffrey today up in New York. Tommy Temper had him on restreaming, and boy, his number skyrocketed. It was so good. But that's what we need. We need more out there. We need everybody with cameras everywhere, catching everything. We need to catch them in the act. We need to catch them with their fingers in the cookie jar. We need to catch them. And I'm just an ordinary person. I'm just out here doing a Paul Revere. Except this time it's the commies are coming. And they're coming. Hi, Random Rick Reviews. Well, that's good. Come in, sit a spell, listen. We're all one big happy family here. Usually there's a couple people join in and talk, but everybody wants to do panels, but nobody wants to be on the panel. But I try to look at the chat, see what people are saying, try to go along with it. Not go along with it, but comment with it. Sometimes I don't go along with it, but a lot of times I do because we are a like company here. Really, right? I'm preaching to the choir right now, but every now and then somebody will stop in, won't have the same opinion, and they're welcome here too. They're welcome here to voice their opinion, whether they like us, hate us, or whatever. I don't care. It's a free world. And sorry here. I'm growing my hair until the J6ers get out. When they get out, I'll shave it off and I'm going to do it online. And then I'll start my beard over again. I think I may not shave the whole, well, I won't shave the whole beard off because I've always had one. When my daughter, who's 48 now, was 5 years old, I shaved it off and she hollered, "Daddy, put it back on. Put it back on." So Daddy put it back on. And it's been there except for I might trim it down pretty close, but it's been there since then. Most of my life, it's been there. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I'll put this up there. I'll put this. That is good. We are a bacon crowd here. Every chat I go to, everybody likes bacon. Well, I tell you what, Shirley cooked up some bacon yesterday. Oh my goodness. I was bacon all day. Loved it. I love the bacon. Sometimes stuff like that don't happen to me. And green smiling. Oh, it didn't show your emoji on mine. Yeah, it shows it on my phone, but not on the StreamYard. It says face green smiling. I look over my phone. There's Cindy with the face smiling. Go figure. Some of the things on here you learn and you see, and it's like, whoa, why is that? But I'm talking silly again. But folks, we need to get out there. I mean, really, in all honesty, each of us get out there with a flag. Saturday, at least Saturday at 1 o'clock. Every Saturday at 1 o'clock, somewhere. It don't matter where you are. Grab a flag, salute that flag, wave that flag. Preferably where people can see it, of course. Preferably. Yeah. She was a mess. Daddy, put it back. Crying. Oh boy. And yep, I did. I did. I asked I asked all my other granddaughters, "Want me to shave it off?" No, no. So I'm stuck with the beard. And my wife, she loved it. She was the one who talked me into growing it. God rest her soul. Yeah, we had a good 40 years. Coming up the fifth. The fifth, it'll be 48 years. So 2 days. Wednesday, be 48 years. Hey, Pride, good to have you here. We're just talking about anything and everything. Mainly is our goal for freedom in this country. We need our freedom. We need it back. I'm telling you, we're losing it big time. And we need, the thing is, a lot of us don't know and can't tell somebody else what it is. There are just so many gone that we just, hey, Jay Jones, how you doing? Now I can put a face to the name. Thank you very much. Glad to see you out there in Texas. Hope you guys had a good time. If you guys want to come on here and tell us about your experiences, what you've done, what you've been doing lately, come on in. Jay, you can come in and tell us what happened in Texas while I tell them what happened here in Florida. I stayed behind here and kind of held the reins. But I tell you what, we're gathering a good group here in Florida. Keep watching. Things are going to happen. When it starts happening, it's going to happen quick. I know, isn't she something? She's one amazing woman. I love Aruba. She is one amazing go-getter. She's got the heart, she's got the spirit, she's got the will. And she's out there, her and Shirlene, bless both of them, working together. I try to help, try to keep up with them, but they are hard to keep up with. They are hard to keep up with. Everybody saying hello. Yes, we need so many things in our lives. So many things that we're forgetting. We're forgetting God. We're forgetting country. We're forgetting everything. And we're getting behind the eight ball. And just we have to get back in front of it. We have to do our thing. Let people know that we're here. That we're not going to allow it anymore. That we're going to keep our nose to it and change this country back to the better. It doesn't have to be bloody. All we need to do is be peaceful and trying to turn people's minds around, see what we're going into. Yep, Aruba is the best. Aruba is the best. I figured she would be on here. I just saw her on Stormtrooper. Saw her at the J6, which I try to start afterwards. If I am online, I will put it up alongside of me, setting everything up where I can get the picture and all that good stuff. I had to move some heavy furniture, so I need to get some help to get that moved around so I can get everything hooked up totally. But I hope to have a few good things coming away as far as the broadcast. And I'll be traveling more. What I'm trying to do now is cut down on expenses, is find places where I can stay, spend the night, go from there, cut down on my gas guzzler, my freedom jalopy, as I call it. And it's all decorated. Wherever I go with it, it's a flag wave because it waves its flag around. Here we go. That's a good one. Went to the Harley shop. It said, sure. I know that was a good backdrop to the Harley shop. And I'm surprised because it used to be that way here in Florida, but here recently, Harley kind of got away from it for some reason. So we couldn't wave from there. Yeah, strong women keeps us guys in check. They keep us going. They keep us on the get-go. Everybody needs the strong women. They are important in our future. They were important in our past. They're important all the time. Strong woman makes a strong everything. I can't say enough. I mean, just that's the way it is. Women have led their men into battle. They've even in the older times they sit at the sidelines and cheered them on. What have you? There have been battles that women have joined the men in. History is full of how women have led men in our journey through the lifetimes. We have to have one another, each of us, each of us. How many was there at the flag wave, Jay? I never got to count them up. I said U-Haul, the Deuces, Mobos. Um, there were quite a few, quite a few. Well, here we had DC Joe, we had Kentucky Pa, we had Ma and Pa, who are another precious couple. Oh my goodness, Ma is something else. And that woman, you talk about women, she does not stop. And she stood beside me and sang. You might have heard me when I was singing with Ma too, because she gets me going. And she'll go out in her camper and you'll hear her singing. You'll hear her holler freedom. You'll hear her holler united. And you think she's asleep, we'll be out there talking. We'll hear united. Yeah, we had a good time together. See, Pa, let me get back to where I was. We had Shirlene and Slim, and myself, a few others here and there, and I may have forgot. But we're small and we're mighty. And let me tell you, when we get out there on the street, and we had people stopping. Ma was on one side street. Kept my eye over watching her because she was over there by herself. And people pull up, she'd hand them a flyer into the window. People go by us. There wasn't much space, but there was a few occasional pulled up and took a flyer. And hopefully they'll go on the website, check back with us. Yes, I follow the Wyckoffs. I like the Wyckoffs. Good people. A lot of people out there with history. We don't all think alike, but we all have the same idea. We want freedom. We all have freedom. I like everybody out there fighting for freedom. Everybody. Everybody. Don't matter who they are, as long as they want that same goal. United, united, united. They're at the age where they're not like me. They've lived their life, done a lot of things in their life, done a lot of crazy things, done a lot of good things, you name it. And now I'm dedicating everything to freedom, liberty, the pursuit of happiness for my children, grandchildren, great grandchildren. And you younger guys, you can fight for both. You can fight for your liberties, you can see the country, you can live your life, and don't wait till you get old to live your life. Do not, all you young ones out there, do not wait till you retire. Do it now. It's one thing I agree with. Do it now. Take your spouse, go on a vacation, go on where you want to see. Go, whether it's your wife's dream or your husband's dream, get her done. I took my wife to Niagara Falls several times. That's one thing she wanted to see. She wanted to see Kenny Rogers. I took her to Kenny Rogers, and took my daughter. She was a young one, I think she was about 9 years old. Took her to the restroom and stood outside, and there was girls taking pictures of me. I'm thinking, what in the world? And my little one come out, and she says, to the girl, she says, doesn't my daddy look like Kenny Rogers? And I hadn't even thought about it. But back in the day, I did look like Kenny Rogers. I don't have it on my computer. I have to remember that and show the pictures back in the day. But I did look like Kenny Rogers. My wife had a picture of him on the wall as I got out of bed, and I'd get up and kind of, no, that's not the mirror. Things like that. I'm crazy. But anyway, she says, you don't have to kill me off. I know you're doing things because I want to see it before I die. You don't have to kill me off. I said, no, we're going to do things now. We're going to get her done. And that's how we lived. That's how we lived. I didn't save a lot, but I loved it, every minute of it. And I'm ready for whatever happens. No matter what it takes, I'm ready now. I've had my life, I've had fun, I've had a good marriage, and that's what y'all need to do. Join the freedom fight. Guarantee that freedom, guarantee that fun, that liberty. Because the way we're going now, nobody's going to be able to do it. No one will be able to do it. You can't wait till you retire. I turned 73 and I had a heart attack. Never saw it coming because my blood pressure has always been normal. 120/80 my whole life. It's always been good. I've never had problems with it. COPD, I didn't have no problems with that. And then all of a sudden something come up with the J, A, and B. And they say you can get it from somebody that's been contacted by the JAB and they can pass it on. And that I believe. I never had any problems whatsoever. None. And now here I am. Well, thank you, Jay. I hope the time's been good to me. Yeah, you are my bro. Yep. And I said when I saw you online, I said, there's the face to the name. Now I know what Jay looks like. And you're a good looking fella too, as far as fellas go. Freedom, freedom. Patriot, Papa Patriot says. I'm trying to click here, but my clicker's not working too good. Let me see. I got 0 likes over there according to my. Let me refresh this. That's got to be wrong. One thing about YouTube, when you when you're on your phone and looking at it, you have to refresh it or you don't get the numbers right. And I'm learning. I'm learning. And all you YouTubers out there, if you use more than one page, let everybody know where you're going to. Hint, hint. It's hard to find people when they have 4 or 5 different names and they switch back and forth to them. It is hard to find, and I like to watch all of them. Yeah, I'm showing 9 here, but on my likes, I was showing a 0, and there's seven likes now. 9 likes. I refreshed it a little while ago, so it probably is up to 9. I hope. But I see that people tend to watch afterwards. I hope when they come in, they're watching the whole thing because streamers out there, they have their content and they spread it over their whole time. And if you don't watch all of it, we can't do the live streams like the shorts, like the TikToks and the 90-seconders, because we can't say it in 90 seconds. We just can't do it in 90 seconds. So if you're out there watching live streamers, get in the mind to watch it all, to get all the content, because they might come up with a zinger in there somewhere, and you probably miss it if you zip through it. And I love to watch and hear the hilarity in a lot of the streams. Take Red Cactus. I don't see her tonight. Red Cactus gets on there. She has a good jovial sunrise. I keep thinking about sunrise here, but it happens too early. Oh no! I just saw this, Casey. It's coming. It is coming. Lord forbid, and it probably already is. Probably why some of us are coming up with different things here and there. The cows, yes. Could be anything. The water system, I don't know, with the stuff they put in the water to treat the water, I don't know whether it's feasible or not. So it had to be food or something they're not able to go in and clear up. I don't know. It's about to get crazy. I I agree 100%, and that's why I'm on here. It saddens me to think where we could go and how it will be. We have never seen anything in history to even compare what we're coming up against. Nothing. You can't, we can't fathom. We see all these movies, all these futuristic movies, and we get a glimpse. But even at that, it won't tell you the terrifying effect of starving to death without water, being killed for what you have, being attacked for what you have, the mayhem and everything. Yep. But we as individuals, we as Americans, we cannot wait for one person. We don't have the time to wait for one person. We need to work behind the scenes, in front of the scenes, and everywhere. We need to get things straightened up so a person can come in and straighten it up. We have to set the groundwork. We're the ground troops. We have to get everything ready. We can't depend on one person to do our jobs for us. We can't depend on them to come and do it. It's up to us. We, the people of the United States, the Bill of Rights tells us we have to do it. We, along with God, along with our leaders, the good ones, we have to do it. That's why I'm on here. Letting you know, we can't sit back. We can pray. We can put on the full armor of God. But if we don't do anything, if we sit in that armor, in the chair, not doing anything, not getting out there talking to people and doing things, it's all for naught. It doesn't mean anything. We have to get out there and do it. We have to do it. And again, I say the same thing. United. United. I am for freedom. I am freedom. Every group, every individual, everybody come together united. Right now, I'm with 1776 RM. Fantastic group. We've had our growing pains. We have our naysayers, but we are honest, freedom-loving individuals out there to change the world to the good for our children, for our grandchildren, our great-grandchildren. You can say a lot of things against everybody, but you're not going to bring us down because united, we stand. Divided, boom, we fall. Yes, that's very true. They are trying to make an example out of Donald J. Trump. They're trying to make an example out of 1776 RM. They're trying to make an example out of the J6ers. They're trying to make an example out of each and every one of us. We can all come under their line of fire. We are all in their way. And who knows, we can't be afraid. We have to get out there and tell the truth. Because once we tell the truth, there may be a few in there that can go farther than we can. But we have to be the foot soldiers. We have to go out there and tell people the way it is. Like Jay said, we got to laugh at them. Never let them know that they're harming us. Raise a hallelujah in the presence of our enemies. Faith over fear, and there's nothing to fear but fear itself. If you're not afraid, you're not going to be afraid of it. And that's the point we got to get to. We got to get where we're not afraid. We're not afraid to do. We're not afraid to say. Whatever consequences you might throw at us, we're going to take it. We're going to do it. We're going to live our lives. Okay, Papa Patriot. I tell you what, we're in this for the long haul. I hope all of us are in here for the long haul. To get the job done, share this everywhere. Share it, share it, share it. Get other people to come on, do likewise. We need all the people out there with their videos. And we can catch them in the act. If they know we're watching, they're not going to do as much. They think there's a camera on them. They might not do it. We have to do it. We have to be eyes and ears for everything. And I'm going to say it again. We all need help doing it. We all need help doing it. And personally, all the help I get, I pay it forward. Anybody's welcome to come on my page, put your link up, put your link in here. Most people I have as moderators, I haven't done any tonight, but there's one. I added one. Y'all can put your links in. I just put Annie Lake on there. Annie Lake. You did a fantastic job in Texas, Ed. Love seeing you there. And your live stream. Windows security. Yeah. Want me to update my definitions. Hi, Aruba. Glad you could be with us. Glad you're here. Let's see. Wait. I try to make everybody a moderator that has something or has a page where y'all come in, put your links up, what have you, join in. Yeah, you're supposed to be asleep. You got to go to work in the morning. I got up this morning and looked for you, and I thought, oh, she must have taken the day off. I must not have heard. Very good. Very good, Jay. Good to hear. Good to hear. Pray for everybody. Pray for all of our warriors out there. A lot are going through trying times and physical stuff, going to the doctors and getting checkups. A lot in poor health. Pray for each and every one of us that we can get the job done, and we get there, get things motivated, get people moved. This goes a long way. Everybody read it. That's good. Grow better. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody gets discouraged. I get discouraged about twice daily. I tell you the truth, this is discouraging, but yet it's uplifting. And you get out there and I hear things here and there and say, I said that many times. And it pumps you back up. You might show small numbers, but you hear things that only you've heard yourself say. And it gets back to you and you think, something's working here. Something's working here. They all do the same thing. No matter what is said back to you, keep giving out the same message. Keep saying the same thing. Because eventually It'll quit falling on the deaf ears, and people will start hearing eventually. It's like trying to talk in conversation and somebody wants to talk over you. You got to keep saying it over and over till you get it out finally. That happens quite a bit. You guys had a wonderful weekend. I could tell watching you lives out there. Y'all had a good time. Wasn't enough live streaming. Wasn't enough. We need a lot more out there. We needed a lot more here. There wasn't enough here. Basically, it was me. I could use a lot of help here. You had a lot more than we had here. And again, I'd like to say, y'all, when you see Slim and Charlene, give them a big virtual hug and a big thank you. Because let me tell you, the Patriots are doing a number. They're doing a job. They are gracious hosts. And everybody loves it. And we're growing Florida. We're growing Florida for freedom. You coming to help Saturday? I thought you were supposed to be the state lead. Yeah, Aruba will be there. You saw where they got me singing. I don't know what that's all about. They told me Kansas. Hey, Slim, glad to have you here. Glad to have you here. I'll thank you all again. Everybody thanks you for everything you guys are doing. Everybody tell Slim thank you now. Go on here. Charlene's probably lurking. I know Charlene. She's there somewhere. Hope things are going well there. But these two are one fantastic couple. Let me tell you, I just can't say enough. I cannot say enough. We have a lot of patriots in our group, a lot of patriots, unsung heroes. Right now, nobody knows who they are, but there's a lot of you out there. A lot that are here today, right now. Majority, everybody. All fantastic patriots. Every one of you. Every one of you. Oh, no, not Kenny Rogers. Everybody wants me to sing Kenny Rogers, but that's a tough one. That is tough. Oh, Jethro. Chaplain Jethro's in. How you doing? I was with you today. I was there watching. Fantastic. Everybody get on there at 5 o'clock for Chaplain Jethro's Corner. Had a fantastic message. My Tuesdays and Thursday evenings, I might have to change it somehow. It is 8 o'clock for Jesus Lives group, where I come on and talk to people who are disillusioned by churches, by ministers, by things going on in the church, how they can live their Christian lives wherever they are. And the Bible tells us that where 2 or 3 are gathered together, there I will be also. And that was said for a reason. And what reason do you think that could be? For disillusioned people. But they are out there. Big time, big struggle. It's sad to say, but our churches have gone to nothing. Either in the government's dime or they're teaching a philosophy that's way off base. Islands in the stream. That is what we are. Yeah. I had to practice something. I don't know. I don't know. I had to get the breath control. That's the big thing, running out of breath. Used to be, I could hold my breath forever, snorkeling and diving. I never did a lot of scuba diving. Last time I went scuba diving, I was probably early 20s. And then I gave it up and went snorkeling, started snorkeling. Because I don't know, I don't like that deep water. Kind of, yeah, it gets in my head. Gets in my head. Yeah, I've heard Uncle Deuce could sing too. Yes, I have heard that. I think I've seen him. I've seen so much since this began. From day one, I've seen so much. A lot of it gets back in that data bank and stays there. Doesn't come to the front. Yes, I have. I believe I have heard him. Yep. But usually on my other channel, I sing more than on this channel, and I had to get back in shape. I have to get back in shape if I'm going to do any more. Jay, you snorkel too, and now you're diving. I bet you guys talked about diving the whole time, you and Aruba. That's what we need to do. We need to grow in our faith with God. We need to grow in our faith with our working to get our freedoms back. We need to work on everything. We need to grow, 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 grow. Keep our faith going. Otherwise, we're going to be lost. And I don't want to be lost. I don't even want this stuff to go to my grandchildren and great grandchildren. I don't want this way of life, not knowing what sex they are, and they have to ask, which of the 100 am I? And it's come to that. It's come to that. How many of you out there have children, grandchildren, great grandchildren to come to you and say, which of these 100 am I? Am I this, or this? And they can describe them one by one. That's the world we're living in. Talking since birth, probably. But I was talking about when the first truck started up to leave California. Day one back then. Yes, we've been doing this since birth, working up to this moment. Brought up, I don't. You brought up drowning victims before? Is that? You need to come on here and talk to us. I know you can do it too because, yeah. You come on and tell us what's going on. Anybody wants to jump on, I've got it set up. All you got to do is come in and we can talk about her. And we can talk all night long if you want to. Because all I have to do is do laundry and get set up for what's coming on the rest of the week. Yes, I was going to put that up. That is a big and important remark. God is working through us. You are God's vessel. He's in control of you. He's in control of all of us. And I have seen amazing things. I have seen what you would call miracles. I have seen a lot when it comes to God. And for people to sit back and say, there is no God. God is dead. Oh, they must be so blind. It pains me. You don't do FaceTime, no camera. Oh, come on, you got a camera on that phone. But then again, maybe not. I had a dream. No, I'm not that man. But I did have a dream that somebody handed me a flip phone trying to show me their videos on it. And I'm like, huh? The weirdest thing. Weirdest thing. But not too long ago, that's what it was. We had flip phones not too long ago. And now everybody's got that camera attached. If I didn't have to work tomorrow. Yeah, a lot of people have to work, but I can sleep in, even though most of the times I don't. I get up and watch her go to work every day, as much as I can. Now sometimes I do sleep in. Sometimes I hit that snooze and not hit snooze. I hit that stop button, and it won't let me know no more. It goes to sleep like I do, and there I am waking up and say, "Oh man, I miss red cactus too," and I've done that. But the Lord knows when I need sleep, so I guess that's how he does it. He uses me when he wants me. And I love watching the river dive girl go to work. Watch her talk about things that are going on, going into dead zones, and then had to scurry around trying to find her to come back on because YouTube does not put it immediately up, or they put it up without saying anything, or you click off their channel and then back on. It's not there, and you click off and back on, and then you see it in your announcements, your notifications. You click up there, then you have to go through 3 more steps to get back to her page. It's crazy. It's crazy. Oh, you get up in 6 hours. Well, good night, Jay. It's a pleasure seeing you online this weekend. Pleasure getting to know you. Pleasure you being on with me and being on with you at times. You're a great patriot and a bro. Good night. Love you, guy. Yep. Jay is one fine, outstanding person. I could tell it by texting back and forth, chatting with him. You get these things that you feel, and you know a person's a good heart just by some of the things they say. It's amazing. More later, Slim says. I we'll have to wait till later. Yeah, I like that song. Faith is a victory. I like that song. Yeah, back in my younger days, I did gospel quartet, and when I was younger, if you remember, J.D. Sumner in the gospel singing had the lowest bass in the world, which I could duplicate at that time. And up until he passed, we both had that lowest note. I don't think mine's in the books anywhere, but I won a lot of awards in high school and everything with my bass voice, which is not so quite as bass as it used to be. But I've sang with them, and I sang with Oak Ridge Boys, and a lot of groups like that never got any recognition for, never became famous for, but I have sang with them. I have been with them. I was auditioned for the Spurlows, which was Thurlow Spur. He had the Chrysler Convention, Chrysler Protection Hour with the Chrysler Company. I went around and sang, and I auditioned for them. Got the part, but my first wife would not let me leave. So I had to give that up and never got that done. Now, my mom did audition for him, and she went. She sang soprano. Bless her heart, she traveled all over the country with them, and I cheered her on the whole way. Cheered on the whole way. But that's one thing I love. I love to sing. I hate the way my voice sounds. I hate my voice. Like a lot of people, I hate the sound of their voice. I don't like how I sound to me And maybe some of you know what I'm talking about. The only way you can truly hear yourself is put your hands behind both ears and cup them, and you will hear exactly how you how you sound to everybody else. It does sound better when I do that, but it's still not up to my power. Just saying. Just saying. I don't know. That's a personal thing. How many of you out there are like that? Here I am looking like it's going to pop right up there. I know better. All everybody lurking, listening. Thank you, Jay. Thank you, Jay. We need we all need to get on here together and talk back and forth. I think that's the best way. Instead of one person doing the same thing, saying it over and over and over, we can get other people. I think I think the panel is going to be the way of the future. I think that the group get together and talking is going to be good, great, fantastic. Get more ideas at one time. What say you? Do you think so? I know everybody's afraid to get in front of that camera for the first time. And I feel bad jumping in some of the panels. I feel like, do they really want me there or do they not want me there? All kinds of questions go through your mind. And all I can say is just do it. Just go on there. Just do it. All I can say is, don't come back. Or they can say, come on back. Or they can say nothing. But just do it. You won't know until you do it. You won't know at all. But you might be the next hit. You might be the next one that spreads this everywhere. You might be the one that lights this thing on fire. I know it's not me. I can do the kindling and stuff. But the fire's going to have to fire. Who knows who's going to bring the fire? Who knows who's going to get it blazing? Who knows who's going to start the wave? It could be any of us. You could be right here, right now. You just haven't said anything. Who knows? You don't know. You don't know till you do it. And that's the place that we have to get to. We have to get to that point where we tell everybody, no ifs, ands, or buts. We live it, we speak it, we do it. We get out there, we show it online, we show it in our lives, we show it at the grocery store, we show it at the gas station, we show it everywhere. It's funny, I think of things now like when I go to the flea market, going into the flea market. I hate grocery shopping, but do it at the grocery store. Do it everywhere. Put it on your car. Let your car do it. Put your flags up there. Less than $10, you can get your flag, put it on the window. Man, you get a double stitch flag, a good double stitch flag for about $7-8 at the flea market. I've had mine for like 3 months now, I think, since our first rally. And they are still going strong. They're a little tattered on the end. Some of the threads are coming out. That's funny. I like that. Yeah, being the oldest of 11, we used to do a lot of stunts with my brothers. And I was the oldest, so I guess I was the ringleader. Let me show you this. Let me put this up. Show you the house that I was a teenager in. Like I said, I had 8 brothers and 2 sisters. And we lived in a giant house. You come up there, giant house? There we go. You can't see my, but up in the tower in the top, they say a guy hung himself in chains. One of the former owners hung himself in the rafters there with chains. When we moved in, I found chains up there. And I took them out in the woods. And believe it or not, the next day there were chains in the rafters. And I don't know whether somebody was playing games with me or not, but this old house back behind the tower, and you can't tell it here, but there's another section towards the back that goes out like an L. And in between the two attics was a panel that you lift up. You couldn't tell it was there. You lifted it up, and there was an area around the other attic, like sitting spaces for the Ohio Underground Railroad. They brought people in there and kept them in between, shuttling them off into Canada in the slavery days. They used to call this the Worley Mansion. But I lived my teenage lives there. One year the snow come and it went up to the front porch there. You can see the front porch up to the second story window. Buried the house across the street. Yep, it buried it. And we had to dig everybody out. But we had behind the house, we had apple orchard. I can't remember, 10 acres. But we had fields that went on forever. Strip mine on down about a mile across the field, and nothing was there. But now, coming back this way, where you're looking from, there's a baseball field and everything the oil companies put in after they took their oil derrick that was sitting there. Just to the left of where this picture was taken, we had a big oil derrick. When the derrick comes down, they burn off the propane. They still had the pump there, and it pumped continuously. And they made a law where you had to have 10 acres to put a well down because so many people were getting wells, getting rich. But anyway, that's part of my past life. That's where we lived with 11 kids. Bless my mom and dad. We've always lived in big houses like that. It brings back a lot of memories. But this is stuff, we lived free back then. We did our patriot duty. We pledged allegiance. We said the Lord's Prayer. We gave everything for God and country. Everything for God and country. Gotta get my comments back up here. There we go. I must have missed that, but I was trying to keep in contact the whole time when they were on in Texas. Like I said, if they're listening, if you have more than one page, make sure you put it out in a community ad or whatever, what live stream you're going to be on next. So people will know, especially if you have more than two. If you have multiple sites, make sure you know where we are going. It would help us tremendously. I love watching the Deuces. I love watching Aruba and everybody. Kind of went blank here for a second. Trying to read the comments, see if I missed anything. I don't think so. That was a very good group there in Texas, and we had our good group in Florida. We had a good chit chat, sit there, talk for hours. Even after we got offline, we sat there for a while. Youngest of 8. Oh, I know. The youngest gets the fun of it. Yeah, 11. I had 8 brothers and 2 sisters. Now 2 of them are gone. 2 brothers and my mom and dad. We just went through the trying period. Lost my mom, lost my dad in January 3 years ago. Lost my mom 2 or 3 weeks later in March. And the 1st of April, which is yesterday, I lost my brother. We buried my mom. All three of them that was living with me all passed within 2 months. It was it was a hard time. It was a hard time, and we're all still grieving about it. You never get over the grief. Never ever get over the grief. Pray each and every one of you go through it. The Lord gives you strength and the mercy, because we all have to go through it if we haven't already. Just one of the things we live. It's like now I'm in that row of crops for the next harvest. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. That's one of the things we have to do in life. When we have to put our mark on this earth, we have to live our life and put that mark out there. That we were here, and we are doing, and we are saying what the Lord wants us to say, what the Lord wants us to do with our life. And I wasted many a year and wish I had them back. But all you can do is try to make up for it and keep on getting on. That's it's life, folks. This is pure life, and we want to live it free. We want to live it pure. We want to live for God. Excuse me. We want to do everything we can to make the world a better place, and do like Jesus told us: prepare this earth for me. He didn't tell you to go looking for revelations. He didn't tell you to go watching for the end of times. What did he say? What did he say? He said, prepare this earth for my second coming. We've got people that have got it backwards. They're not trying to save the earth. They're not trying to keep it a better place. They're saying, Booyano, we're waiting for glory to come. That's not the right way, folks. That's not even what the Bible says. We have to do it ourselves. We are the caretakers. We are the world. And we have to keep it a better place. We are the caretakers no matter what. It's up to us. Be good stewards. Good stewards. And make this place the best we can make it. It might not be the greatest, but it's got to be better than what we got coming towards us. It's got to be. It's got to be. You got that right, Go Better. We got to take grief, make us a better person with it. That's the same way. We need to correct any mistakes we might have made. We've got to get in tune with ourselves, get in tune with our loved ones, because it's in everybody's future. It's in all of our futures, unless the Lord comes back first. But like I was saying, we need to know about the end times. We need to know the signs. We need to know everything that might happen. But we are the caretakers now. We have to take care of the world. We have to make it right. We have to fix it for the Lord. We have to take care of it for the Lord. No ifs, ands, or buts. Because Satan's going to tear everything down that he can. And his minions will tear everything down with no regret. You've seen the aftermath of what happens when your minions take over. We've seen it in everyday life when they've burnt cities to the ground, where they've killed people, where they went in and tore up stores for reparations, Well, you can only say I'm sorry and forgive me for so long. I don't know what they want reparations for. They're probably at least two generations away from what had happened, at least. And everybody I know owns a car, owns a TV, owns $1,000 cell phone. Most everybody I know, even their children. Nobody, that's the problem. Nobody's actually hurting yet. Nobody's actually feeling it yet. But it is getting tighter with the gas prices going up, food shortages, and let me duck out of the camera. Let me just hide myself from the camera for a second. Ah, no, I can do it this way. I'm learning, folks. Give me a break. I'm seeing what this thing will do. I'm trying to do something, but I don't want to be on camera when yeah. My sinuses are so bad. The doctors told me it was vaping. They told me that the vape causes mucus. Well, I still have the same congestion. I still have the same side effect, and I'm not vaping. So it's not that. So I guess it's just the plain Florida pollen. Which it is very thick here, very thick. Go out to your car and it's a different color. Different color. But you live in paradise, you have to sacrifice a little bit some days. But I carry a big towel with me. Some of them saw it this weekend when I was with the leaders group. But yeah, I had to keep it with me because sometimes it comes like a waterfall. It's pathetic. And the doctor tells me, I've given you everything the strongest I can give you for it. The one thing I did find that helps is oregano. Uh, there's a spray you spray up your nose. It kind of burns for a few seconds after you first squeeze it because of the oregano, but it does wonders, big time wonders. It's called Orego something. You can get it at the beloved Amazon. It's good stuff. I use the Flonase, but the oregano era, whatever it's got, I'm gonna have to get up and get it. No, I'll look it up for the next time. But it is fantastic. Like I say, a little burning sensation when you first do it. Not bad, not bad. It's just a little like, make you feel sneezy or what have you. And then it clears up. It opens it up and clears it up. A lot better than the Flonase. And I don't trust the medical stuff. I'm not big into that. I take my blood pressure medicines and my inhaler. The inhaler helps the most. It helps the most. But for heaven's sakes, folks, if you're going out there and smoking, stop. If you need a way to get off of it, vape. The vaping will stop your smoking. Just try one, then try the other, and they both taste the same. And believe me, I was like 3 packs a day, so I know what smoking. And I did it half my life. I think I counted up. It was like 30 something smoking and 30 something without. So, but I vaped from 2007 till the beginning of this year. Wait a minute, no, it was Thanksgiving. It was Thanksgiving when I had the COPD explosion or whatever they called it, and they didn't tell me to give up vaping. They just said it caused the mucus that got in my lungs and got me congested. They didn't say it was because of the vaping, but if it causes congestion, it's not good. So I was on it for what, 15 years on vaping, and it did me good. I got off of it. I do the in the mouth nicotine pods. They're flavored cinnamon, coffee, wintergreen, you name it. I use the on type, the ON, and their cinnamon is the strongest. It kind of makes your mouth red and hot. But I use that to get my nicotine. And I'm not a medical doctor. I don't profess to be a medical doctor. This is just my thoughts, my feelings on the situation. Nobody told me yay or nay. And I'm not telling everybody this is the way or that way. And I hope I covered all my bases there. But stop all of it. You live a better life. You'll live a better life, a lot better life. You won't have to worry about your exercises and inhalers and what have you. You pay, you play, you play, you pay. And I played, unfortunately. We have 10 people. Anybody want to jump in and say something? You're welcome to it. You don't have to listen to me all night. Come in and tell me what you think, or give me some ideas of what I can say, what I can do, what we can do. One thing we need ideas. We need fresh ideas. We need people to get out there and do it. We need people everywhere. I mean, everywhere. Read my lips. Everywhere. And it's probably Chinese, so won't be able to see it in sync anyway. But that's what we need to do. We need to get out there and force in numbers, drag everybody with us. Bring them kicking, screaming, and hollering. Bring them. Bring them. I made it my goal to bring somebody with me every time. Trying to. But it's hard. It's hard. People are blind. Not necessarily woke, but they're blind. They don't know what's going on. They don't know what to believe. They want to believe us, but they just can't see it. We have to make it where they see it. Somehow, some way, we got to get them to realize, A, this is what happened. B, this is what can happen. C, let's hope this don't happen. The only way they'll get to see don't happen is for us to do a fantastic job. And we are failing. I feel like I'm failing. I'm sure all of us out there feel like, what can we do? We don't want to fail. We can't fail. We have to get her done. And I can't say it any stronger. United, we stand. Divided, we fall. And we're in free fall, folks, because we are not united at all in anything. It's getting there. And with your help, each and every one of you, with your help, we can do it. We don't have to have a name. We don't have to have a number. We have to just do it. Forget who's with this. Forget who's with that. Forget this name. Forget that name. United. Who are you? United. What are you? United. What are you for? Freedom. With unity, we have freedom. With division, we have slavery. Take your pick. Freedom, slavery. Take your pick. There's only two sides. This is not 1,000 genders. This is two sides, good and evil. This is pure good versus evil. And we need the men with the white hats, which aren't no more. They did away with white hats a long time ago in the early cowboy movies. Because realistically, that's not what happens. It's not the real world. Fathers Knows Best was a good program. It was a good moral program. But the world turned away from it. And let me tell you, that's where it happened right there. Think about it. That's where it happened right there. And what was that? That was the media. We don't have to show good things and pump up good things. We just have to let people know there's good and evil. No matter what you believe, there's always good versus evil, black versus white, hot versus cold. There's always the opposite of everything. Always the opposite. We have to differentiate what we want, good or evil. And I think the majority of us would say good, because there's a lot out there that love evil. And believe it or not, they're out there, and they are for one thing, and that is pure evil. And they're out there. I've seen a few. I have seen a few in my time. That all they want to do is undermine, destroy. We have a prime example in our midst. All they want to do is disrupt and destroy. Pure evil. And all I can say is get down on your knees and pray for them every single day. Pray that the Lord takes the blinders off their eyes and let them see what they are doing. Let them comprehend what they're doing. And believe me, the Lord up above can do it. The Lord up above can do it. And just stay out of their way in the meantime. Stay out of their way. Ignore it. Let it go on. Let them talk. Because people see around it. A lot of people tune in just to see here we go. Observe. Yeah. See the worst of it. Just observe the craziness. The Jerry Springer syndrome, what I call it. And Jerry Springer and Geraldo did the rest. My goodness, that's a piece of work there. He don't know which is coming, which is going. He is so confused, he don't know which end is up. And he's the one that destroyed our mental institutions, which needed help. Our mental institutions were gulags. They were prisons for people that had mental disorders. They weren't help. They just put them in there to get them away from people, which was totally wrong. These people need clinics. They need places they can go and be cared for and taught, try to turn it around. Some you just can't turn it around. And they need to be a place where they're safe, they're kept well. Humanity to take care of them. Hey, Crystal, how you doing? Glad to have you with us. Remember, everybody, share this. Share it out. But, folks, we need mental health big time in this country. And I'm beginning to believe we have actual sleepers. We have been people that have been programmed, have been taught, have been especially tutored, whether on their own accord or not, whether it's by whatever means, have been taught to come out at a certain point and do certain acts. people that are susceptible to it. Boy, I can't even talk tonight. Big words. I should know these $1,000,000 words, but I don't. My tongue gets twisted around them and I can't spit them out. But susceptible or not, we need to get to the bottom of it. We need to help our mentally ill. We need to get them to a place that can help. We need to keep them where they can be cared for and helped, not in terrible conditions where you wouldn't even keep your dog or a rat. And let me tell you, I've been to a few of them. There was in Tampa when I was a young lad, the last TB hospital. It was a garbage pile, and it was a huge place out by Tampa International Airport. It wasn't international then, but it was out by the airport, and it was a big monstrosity, a big eyesore. And there were thousands upon thousands of patients there. And it was a hellhole. Well, when the TB got more or less cured, they changed it to a mental health retirement home. But they didn't change it. It was still the same hellhole. And our church group went out there all the time, sang to them, prayed with them. When I was growing up, we spent a lot of time there helping the sick, the elderly. But it was just pathetic. I've seen prisons that were better. And I've seen prisons that were worse. We've come a long way. We've made prison life better, but we've made it from one point to the other. We've made it a country club. Well, we need to take our mental health and make it into a country club. Actually, we do. We need to make it a country club, not like a prison. They've got the roles reversed. Make it more to help our mentally handicapped, to help them out, to reason with whatever problems they're going through. And there's a lot of different problems. There's a lot of things that go under mental health. You've got everything. You've got from schizophrenia to depression. There's many, many, many things that lead to our mental health. And we need to protect our people that need mental health and give them that country club. Give them that care, not just push them to the side and say, you're gone. We don't need you. Lay here and rot. This is the freedoms that we have lost. And if you think there's a lot more, there's a lot more. Used to be you could take a cane pole here in Florida and put it out anywhere. A cane pole, as long as there's a cane pole, you can fish with it. But now you can go get so many snook. You have to have a license to get snook now. Go freshwater fishing, you have to have a license. If from out of state, it's worse. And we have a lot of out-of-staters who are taxed and taxed and taxed on everything that they can tax. That's ridiculous. It's just like all of our elderly benefits, we had to pay tax on it again. It was already taxed once when they took it out on us years ago, every week. It was already taxed. And we're double taxed on everything. And what do we get for it? We get our representatives' wills, not our will. We get what they want, not what we want. But we need to pin them down and tell them, we are not going to take it anymore. You are our representative. That means our representative. What we say, not what you say. And we had to make them realize that we mean business in a polite, nice, peaceful way. And the only way we can do it is like we're doing now. Everybody go out there and do their job. Write to them. Call them. Get it verified that you made the call. Do your job at home. There's many things we can do as we're sitting home. Many things we can do to get this country back on the right track. Call them up. Stay on them on a daily basis. Don't give up. If you'd like to talk on the phone, do it. If you'd like to talk online, do it. Live stream. We need thousands, millions. We need them out there to catch everything they do. We got to have more than they have on the city blocks. And you know what's really sad is everybody knows that Shaman got out this week because of the videos that they showed. Their own video, their own recording in the Capitol of him being escorted from place to place to place to place, not doing anything. And most of the videos that you watch, people are going in the rotunda with their cameras, taking pictures. And I've been there several times. It's a glorious place. It's an awesome place. It just gets your heart when you walk in there. You think of the history that has passed through those hollow halls, of the history, the Will Rogers, the senators, the representatives that made history back to our time. Each and every one, good, bad, or indifferent. All of our laws has went through there. Everything that we do as a country has went through there. It's an awesome place. And nobody in their right mind would destroy that awesome place. Now, you have others that would, but I don't think a conservative patriot would do anything to hurt the glorious Capitol building. I know I wouldn't. I couldn't pick up a stone and smash something. It's irreplaceable. There's things in there that cannot be replaced. It's the people's house. It's the people's house. Just like heaven is God's. The Capitol and the White House is ours. We the people. It is our, not holy, but it's right there. It's our prevalent place. It's our place where our business goes through. Each and every item goes through. And we had to yay or nay it and decide it. And we had to get the people that represent us to do their job and pass the laws that we want. That's our history. The Bill of Rights is our motto. The Constitution is our guide. Only second to the Ten Commandments. It's only second to the Ten Commandments. There's no other documents out there to compare to either one of them. You have Confucius. We have the Magna Carta. We have several documents come through life, many different beliefs, many different religions. But you know what? They go on the same path. You just have to make up your mind which has been there the longest, which one tells the most truth, which one gets it right most of the time, which way you want to think. And I say, in my opinion, not Christianity, but God has been there forever. He brought his son to this earth to die for all our sins, each and every one of them. I keep hearing ministers talk about unpardonable sins, but I don't see it. There is always a pardon for our sins as long as we're alive, as long as we are breathing. But once you get unalive and unbreathing, it's unpardonable. It's too late. It's too late. We have to do it now. We have to do it now. We have to give ourselves to the Lord. We have to live our life for the Lord. If we believe in the Lord, we believe in freedom. We believe in freedom and liberty and the pursuit of happiness. And you have to be happy in the Lord. These preachers tell you can't be happy. Run. We're going to have trials. We're going to have tribulations. We're going to have things slap us in the face. And the Bible says, turn the other cheek. You only have how many cheeks? Think about it. How many cheeks we have? But let's don't take it anymore. Let's get out there and do it. Let's prove that we are who we are. And we believe what we believe. And even if we believe different, we can believe alike. We can believe the same goals. No matter whether we're Christian, Hindu, Buddhist, you name it. Muslim, whatever. And I have history with Muslims. And I've known a lot of good Muslims. I have never known a radical. I don't. But that's with every group. You have radical Muslims. You have right-wingers, far right-wingers. I don't even know what that means. We have far left-wingers. And we have these crazies every which way. We have to overlook, bypass them. Get them out of it. If you notice, the press and the media, they're trying to make each and every one of us far. In their wording, in their sayings, in their headlines, it's always far right, crazy lunatic, idiot conservative. You don't hear much about liberals. Just, and all this stuff they're going up against Trump now. All it is to smear his name, smear it all over the place, make people think bad. But folks, we cannot, I implore you, do not put your eggs in one basket. We can believe in Donald J. Trump. We can believe in freedom. We can believe in everything, but we have to have one goal. And that one goal we have to do ourselves. Donald J. Trump can help us. And we need new people in office. We need go-getters, conservatives, people mainly with common sense. This goes for everybody, liberals and conservatives. We need common sense back. We don't have it. We don't know what common sense is anymore. We have been led to believe we don't know what's common. They're trying to bring the uncommon on us. But we've got to get back to the pure common sense. It goes right back to unite. And then we'll get it. Use our common sense in everything. Make us our main objective to use common sense in everything we do in life. Everything. Everything. I can't say it any plainer. All up to us as an individual. All up to us as a person. It starts with us. You. Me. Everyone. Go to bed. Think about this tonight. Go to bed. You be around mom and pop. Let me tell you. They go to bed. They go out to their camper. They got a beautiful camper they've been living in for now 2 years. Haven't got away from it much. And they are such a happy couple. And you can see it from their eyes, from their actions. They're loving every minute of it. Every minute of it. And mom, they read to each other at night when they're laying there. And they holler out freedom. They holler out united if they know that we're out there. And they yell out to us, keep us motivated, keep us going. I wish you could see it. I wish you could see it. I tried to video it, but it don't come out too good because you can't hear it because, of course, don't have a mic over that far. But they're out there giving praise, talking, yelling freedom, yelling united, encouraging us until we go to bed. One fine couple, I'm telling you. I'm trying to get a little history on them because We don't, as the large group, we don't know a lot about everybody. We know bits and pieces here and there. And one of the things I want to show people, what I'm trying to do in my videos, is show how people really are, how they act when they're out there, and what we do when we sit around and talk, and what we do when we plan things, and how we plan it. We have to use security because there's people out there that would try to do us in. Shame on them. They're just as welcome as everybody else to join us and give their 2 cents in. And I think that everybody out there on every side deserves the right to do what they want to do in their own home, in their own environment. They don't have the right to push it on us. They don't have the right to tell us that's what we have to do. They can put out their names for different genders all they want. They can live by it if they want, but don't push it on me. Don't push it on my kids in the school. You teach the 3 R's, but that's improper grammar. But that's how we did it. We taught the 3 R's. We didn't know if our teacher was married or single, what they did when they went home. We kind of grew up thinking they were like, how can I say it? Extraordinary people. We looked up to our teachers, which they still do, which is unfortunate because a lot of the teachers are trying to program our children to think that they need to decide to be something that they're not. I've always taught my children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren, to be yourself. I teach them to be themselves and be honest with themselves. And you can't lose. You can lose, but mostly if you teach them right, they can't lose. We had to begin at home. So many homes, they don't teach them nothing. They don't teach them anything. They get up, they send them off to school to somebody else to take care of them. And a lot of them, they go to after school activities and take care of them there. In a lot of cases, the state pays for it. Why? Because they want them there. They want to program them. If you're sending your kids to early school or late school, which was one of the things they pushed on me when I was a caregiver for my granddaughters. Oh, we got early school, we got late school. They can come in, you can take a load off your mind. Well, I didn't use it that much at all. I did have to travel 30 miles a day to take them to a certain school each way. As for it, over and back 60 miles each time, 120 miles a day to take them to the school that they told me I had to take them to. And I would get there early and drop them off early because of the traffic, the time difference in the traffic. But that was the only reason, because I knew their game. And folks, we don't have our children. The state will tell you they are not your children. They are wards of the state. They can come in for any time, any reason, no matter what you do, and take them and do whatever they feel with them. Because back in the day, when the birth certificates come out, they become a commodity. They become like gold and silver. And we're traded on the market, the birth certificates. We get our numbers from birth certificates, from censuses. It tells where they want to put boundaries for this, where they want to put money for that. And the births are a big part of it. And they are owned by the company, by the government as a commodity for trading on the market. So they could care less about the black market. They could care less about our children being taken, kidnapped, put into bondage. They could care less because they have their birth certificates, their numbers, their commodities. And I may get hit on that, but that is my feeling. That is one of the reasons I'm in this, because I was done wrong. I tried to homeschool my kids. It is very difficult to homeschool. You have to be on them the whole time. The minute you walk away, it's like the teacher leaving the classroom, or even on live streams, people start spamming you. It's the same way. They just don't pay attention when you're away. But we as Christians and conservatives, we need to come up with an idea of a non-pay. It is such a hardship to send your kids to a private school. And guess what, folks? They're getting the same curriculum, the same thing at the private schools as they're getting at the public schools. They're getting the same thing. It's no different. Might be a little bit better, but not much. Your main thing is get a co-op going in your own group of friends, your church, whatever. No pay. No pay. You get what you need and take turns so you don't burn out schooling your children. You can't do it by yourself. There's some people out there 5, 6 more children. A lot of big families still out there, and they just can't do it. Just can't do it unless the mother's at home, in the home. And then she goes all frazzled because she's got housework and everything to keep up with too. It's not fair. It's not fair. So we have to devise a plan, come up with ideas, new and better ideas on how to school our children, how to do it in the right way, how to give them attention, give them the time, give them the materials that they need. It's just like my granddaughters. When they went to the new school, I told them they wanted to hold back my older, the 14-year-old granddaughter, because she missed finals. And I can't remember, but there was a good reason why she missed the finals. And I told them, just test her. Just give her a test. See, if she can't make it, we'll hold her back. If she passes your blooming test, send her forward. And guess what? She aced that test. And they looked at me like, how in the world did she know that stuff? I said, we don't sit idle at home. We talk about everything. I teach them history. If they ride on a ride with me, when I was a courier, I would take them out with me. And they would go with me and go in with me and meet people. And we talk on the ride about history, math, you name it. We did it all. That's what we need to do with our children. Have fun with it, play games with it, do things with it. And guess what? They soak it in. They soak it in like a sponge. We all can do it. And it's just up to the old thing I've been talking about, common sense. With common sense, and we can do anything. It's right up there with the unity and freedom, liberty, common sense, pursuit of happiness. And I want to be happy. I want to be a happy-go-lucky fellow. That's the way I live my life. I live my life happy, free. I may owe a lot, but I'm still happy. I don't care. I'll keep getting on. Even when the devil gets me down, I'll be getting on. Even when I feel bad, I'll keep on getting it. Go in the hospital. I'll do it in the hospital. That'll be something. I have fun. Sometimes I go in the hospital talking about things and telling them what I do. It's great. You talk about it anywhere, wherever you go. Let people know. Just talk about it. All you got to do is talk. God-given gift. Who would think? could talk, turn people around, make a difference in their life, get in their heads for 5 seconds. These people that come up when you're at a flag wave and they throw the freedom bird, well, thank them. Because guess what? They're thinking about you. They're thinking about you. That's all right, Cindy. I know how that goes. I take my treatments. I do it special time. I did just before I come on. When I get breathy, I know I need to quit. It's something we all got to do. Some things we don't realize when we're young that we do, it catches up with you. And that's another reason why I'm here, to let it be known. You're younger and you're doing things you know that you shouldn't be doing. This might go, but believe me, it will catch up with you. It will get you in the long run. Believe me now or learn later. All I can do is warn. All I can do is tell you the terrors. All I can do is tell you the truth. From my experiences, from my thinking. All I can do is get on here and go on about it. It might get old, it might get boring. But you're going to look back one day and say, you might have been right. Why didn't I believe that? Why did I not believe that? And I'm hoping we can turn the tide and we can turn it around big time. We can get things accomplished in our lives that we would not believe if we all just stand together, united. Every day, holler out united. Think united. Get it in your method. Get it in your thoughts. Get it in everybody else's thoughts. United. If you're in a chat, type it out. United. Big letters. Scream it out. Yell it out. United. Let's spread the word with it. Spread the entire globe with it. And we can do it. We can do it. I'm telling you. And I'm on the sideline cheerleading with my flag, with my camera, with my hands full, with the wind kicking and blowing. And let me tell you, last week it was kicking and blowing. Knocked my camera all over the place. Good thing I use an old one. There you go, Crystal. United we stand. I love that. I love that. Yes, indeed. We have to have that everywhere. We have to have that everywhere. Whatever we're doing, united. With united, we get everything we want. Think about it. United, we get everything we want. I've been saying something else, but I can't remember what it was. But I've heard it online quite a bit. And I talk about it a lot. But I can't come up with it right now because I'm in a white zone, gray area. Getting to the age where sometimes it slips away and it likes to run. It likes to run. You're very welcome, Crystal. You're very welcome. I love having people. I love them sharing their thoughts, their links, everything. If we're not here, I'm not here for myself. I am not here for my own income, grift. This is coming out of my pocket. I'm funded by you, the viewer. If you decide to donate, if you don't, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. It might be hard because let me tell you, it is expensive. Spreading the word of unity and freedom. It is very expensive. It's very expensive what Crystal does, making these videos, getting the programs to make the videos, putting all these videos together, the time and the effort she takes putting these live streamers videos together and bringing out a presentation. It's oh my, it's the most awesome thing. It is. It's heart lifting to know the people that are out there doing this same thing, not for money, but for love of country, the love of God, the love of people. Every bit of help is appreciated, and everything I get, I tithe it to God 10%, and I pass it forward 10%. Both ends. Everything I get goes back into this, back to God, and back to other live streamers or other people that are helping out in the cause. Pay it forward, everybody. Pay it forward. That's right. We don't ask for a dime. I put it out there because there's people need the help. I can surely use the help. Crystal can surely use the help. Aruba girl can surely use the help. Everybody's on here. All the lead people in the country going around getting people to join up. They need the help big time. Every one of them out there helping the cause. It doesn't have to be one person there. There could be a lot. Whatever. Just help somebody. Just help them out. And God will graciously reward you. Believe me, He will reward you. You'll have that peace in your heart, the love. And all these people say, well, what did you do with that money? What did you do with this dollar? What did you do with that dollar? What did you do? Where's the money going? Where's this going? Where's that going? Get behind us and follow us. Get behind us and stay with us day by day. Get with me out on the street. Get with Crystal when she's making her videos. Get with everybody that's helping the cause and see what goes on. And you will find out in a hurry. It takes a lot of cooperation, a lot of talking, a lot of support. If we don't support and help, we can't go anywhere. We can't do it. So I'm just asking, in every way you can possible, help. Help the ones that are doing it. It goes right along with standing up and calling your representatives. It goes along with everything. And if you're a good giver, it helps your heart, and you don't worry about what they do with it. Because believe me, it's going to help the cause. It is helping the cause. And the cause is right. And the cause is good. And the cause is for our future, our great-grandchildren's future. All of our future is in check. If we don't do it, Lord, help us all. Lord, help us all. We can't do it without you. So if you're listening, get on the phones. Get out on the flag wave, especially Saturday at 1 o'clock. Saturday at 1 o'clock, no matter where you are. Try to get somewhere where you can be seen. This Saturday, we were unfortunately in an undisclosed place and wasn't out because we had people down with their back. But we waved it right there, and we live streamed it everywhere to get it out. You can do the same thing. If you can't get out, do it at home, sitting in your living room. Live stream it. Wave that flag in your living room. You're out on the live, people can see it, and it will grow. We need to flood every overpass, every street, every city, all over this beautiful nation. And that's one good time to do it, Saturday at 1 o'clock. And let's see how far it goes. Put your videos out so we can see it being done, so people can see it done. When they see it done, they'll copy it. They'll do it. Let's get this flood moving. Let's get it going. And always, always, always united. No bickering back and forth. If you have a private beef, keep it private. If it concerns a lot, keep it down. Keep all rumors down. Keep all negativity away. Nothing negative. There's things going to happen to us. There's people out there that will try anything. They even plan it. There are people that try everything to bring you down. But most people understand that's not the group in whole. They understand there's things go on in life that we cannot protect ourselves against. We have to be our own protection. We have to be our own safeguard. We have to watch our own children. We have to watch everything with 4 eyes if we had them. It is up to us as individuals to police ourselves and to police what goes on around us. It's all part of the freedom, all part of the unity. You have to take care of yourself at home and the number ones around you. That is beautiful. I love that. This is what Crystal says. No enemies. Don't meet any enemies. We don't need enemies. We don't need them whatsoever. All we need is our friends around us. And like the Bible says, if God's for us, who can stand against us? Nobody. Nobody. Because he can use ways unknown, and we might not never know it ourselves. We never may see it. But God works in mysterious ways, in ways that we don't even fathom. We don't know, because it's his will. And we had to go along with it and listen for it, watch for it. Listen in our hearts, that little voice or big voice. It could be all. I have seen things that were just downright impossible after praying come true. That's what convinced me. When I started Jesus Lives Group, probably a couple years ago now, I need to get back on it more like I'm doing this, or combine them both. I'm not sure. I'm burning both ends and against the middle. I love to talk about God, and I love to talk about the country, because the Lord has helped me so much. Because I was one of those, I was raised a Christian in the church. I know what's right and wrong. I know the scriptures. I went to Bible college. I've been through it all. I was thinking about becoming a minister, but I can't talk. But I don't really believe in ministers. I believe in teachers. I believe we should teach God. Teach God, not preach God. I know there's a few things in the Bible about preaching, but that could be in a matter of translation, because most of them are teachers. Even Jesus said he was a teacher. He was the divine teacher. All his parables, all his stories. And the Bible is a group of stories, prayers, proverbs, future things happening, a guideline for us to follow with the 10 Commandments at the core. Teach us to live by basically 10 simple commandments. In John 3:16, for God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. And the key word in there is believeth. They've changed it in a lot of translations to just believe. But you can believe something and not be full-hearted in it. But believeth is a strong word, and you have to believe strongly in your way of walk, in your way of life, in everything. Believeth is a strong word. And if there was a better word, it should be better. But that right now is the best. It tells you in all walks of life, in all ways, to believeth in everything you do and say. If you fall back, just ask for forgiveness, get back up, brush yourself off, and start all over. Get back to where you were. A lot of us has gone astray. A lot of us have wandered and done things that we shouldn't have done. But we have to get right and ask for forgiveness and keep on getting on. And He's a big part in our lives. That's why we need God in our movement. That's why we need God with us, because He's the number one in everything. And if you believe the history, if you believe the science, if you believe the facts, and you believe what's written, how can you not believe in the Bible? So many things have been proven right, but how many have been proven wrong? None that I know of. Nothing has been proven wrong. Well, you can debate, but nothing actually wrong coming out of the Bible. We've had wars and we have records of wars. We fight among each other, and that's the nature of the beast. The devil rules the world. This is his dominion. There's going to be wars, there's going to be killings, there's going to be everything. We are in a good versus evil fight our whole lives. And we have to do it. We have to stand up for it. No matter what religion you're in, like I said, it's good versus evil. We have to do it. And man, it is getting late. And I've been rambling on by myself forever. With your help, of course. Everybody's talking, helping me out here. I tell you what, I appreciate everybody comes on while I'm live and when I'm not live. I watch everyone. If you're watching during the day, just go to my page and watch everything, or let it run. Give me an hour's viewed. If I have something important, I put it on the community, so you can check the community every day and see if I've got anything posted. I don't post too many shorts. I like the video while I'm driving, but I hate that I cannot see my screen. I wish there was another way that I could see my screen and where it was together. You can have 5 different phones and you have 5 different videos, either lagging or ahead or behind, you name it. They're all different. All different. And if you got 5 phones going in the background and you're trying to say one thing and it's echoing back and forth every which way, all times, before and after, it is very confusing. It is totally confusing. Now you know why people don't like echoes when you're watching a live stream, when it's echoing on you, when you hear it double. And that's why. You hear it once, you hear it twice, you hear it 3 times or more. A lot of fun keeping up with. Anyway, I'm starting to repeat myself. I'm starting to ramble. So I'll get off of here. Everybody go to bed. Have a good night's sleep. Before you go to bed, say your prayers and say united. And keep saying united, and freedom, and liberty, and common sense. And of course, the pursuit of happiness. Don't worry, be happy. And that's the way we have to live our life day by day. Day by day. Yeah. Anyway, till next time, I love you guys. God bless America. God bless our troops. God bless you. I love each and every one of you. And everybody I've met, I love you. Love you all to death. Hope to meet each and every one of you. That's my goal. I know it's impossible. But I want to meet each and every one of you. I got to make a trip to North Carolina because I got my sister-in-laws there and all my nieces and nephews. Then I got to make to West Virginia, all my cousins and everything up there. But, yep, time will come. I'll make it. And everybody, yes, Chaplain says it all right here. Gets up there. A little time delay here. Pray for our country and its people. Pray, pray, pray without ceasing. Pray, pray, pray without ceasing. And I tell you what, we can't go wrong. We cannot go wrong if we do just that. And remember, get out there and talk about it and unite and unite. But let's say a prayer for our country. Right now, just close your eyes, pray, Lord. Lord, help this dear country, this beautiful country that you've prepared for us and put here for us, for our use. We are the caregivers, Lord. Give us the power to take care of it. Give us the power to nourish it and keep it going, not go into a slum, into a garbage pit like it's heading. You didn't intend for it to be that way. You intended for us to replenish it, keep it going, keep it in good shape. And we are falling down on the job, Lord. We are terribly missing the point. Lord, help us to get that point in our heads and get to the point where we do our job as custodians of your world, of your place. Yes, we have a place in heaven, but you tell us to keep this as our place for now and keep it going and keep it updated, keep it going, flourishing, not going to the devil, not going to the demons like we're letting it go now. Lord, help each and every one of us to do our jobs as stewards of this world. We pray in your precious and holy name. Amen. Can I hear an amen from everybody? And again, God bless America. God bless our troops. God bless you. I love each and every one of you. And I'll see you probably Wednesday night, 9:30. I'm going to try to have Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Maybe a Saturday here and there. But who knows? I'll be traveling. I'm trying to plan out the rest of the week and see where I'm going, where I'm going to be. But I will be somewhere. Even if it's still sitting here, I will be doing something. But I know they want me to sing Saturday. Oh no, I'm getting stage fright already. Anyway, wish me luck and pray for me. God gives me strength to do what I can do. And I will do what I can do. Guaranteed. You have that promise. I will be here. I will be doing my thing. I'm just counting on you to do yours. So till the next time, good night all. Bye.